Hi guys, I'm Miss Best. I'm really excited to work with you today. Today we're going to continue working on long vowel sounds. We're going to be reviewing them, reviewing some sight words, going over the book that we read and talking about how you can read it fluently, going over our practice sheets that we worked on, and then your special activity you're going to do after this video today. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to share my screen with you. All right. First thing we're going to do is we're going to go over the different long vowel sounds you'll be hearing and that we'll be reviewing today. You're going to hear a long A, like in lake, long I, like in the word kite, long O, like in the word bone, and then long U, like in the word mute. We're going to be practicing long A words and a long A sentence. I'm going to say the words first and then echo after me. Ready? Cake. All right, say it with me. Cake. Flame. Say it with me now. Flame. Great job. All right, here's our long A sentence. Let me read it first and then read it with me. The yellow cake will need to bake. Ready to read it together? The yellow cake will need to bake. Fantastic. Now let's look at some long I words. When I say it, listen first, and then the second time I say it with me. Rice. Ready to say it together? Rice. Drive. Say it with me. Drive. Listen to me say this sentence, and then the second time read it with me. She wants to ride her bike for 5 miles. Let's read it together. She wants to ride her bike for 5 miles. Great job. Here's some long O words and a long O sentence. Nose. Say it with me. Nose. Phone. Say it with me. Phone. Great job. Let's listen to this sentence and then read it with me. The mole dug a hole next to the stone. Ready to read it together? The mole dug a hole next to the stone. Great job. All right, let's work on long U. Cube. Say it with me. Cube. Huge. Say it with me. Huge. Great job. All right, listen to me say this sentence and then read it with me. Luke played sad songs on his flute. Ready? Luke played sad songs on his flute. All right, we're going to practice some sight words now. I'm going to wait a couple seconds and put the word on the screen. After the word's on the screen, shout it out if you know it. If you don't know it, that's okay. Say it with me. What's this word? Think. Family. Under. All right. What we're going to do now is we're going to stop sharing our screen. We're going to work on guided spelling. And that means that we are going to spell a word together. I'm going to use my dry erase board. If you have a piece of paper, you can use that and spell with me. Or what you can do is you can table write. Table writing is when you trace your fingers on the table in case you don't have a pen or pencil or marker or anything with you. So I'm going to say the word first. I want you to listen closely. I'm going to say the word a second time so you can hear each sound. And then we're going to say the word again. Ready? The first word I want you to try to spell is the word shape. Listen to me say all the sounds in the word nice and slow. Shape. All right, go ahead and spell the word shape. All right, ready? While we're spelling together, I'm going to write it on my board. So I want you to think about the first sound you hear. Shape. Do we know of a letter that makes sh? No. When we hear the word or the sound sh in a word, sh is two letters put together to make one sound. That's called a digraph. We learned about those a few weeks ago. Which two letters make the sound sh? That's right, S-H. Good job. So next we need to think of our first letter we hear after the S-H. Sh-A. What letter says A? The letter A. So that means we have a long vowel, like in our spelling pattern. Listen for the next sound. Sh-A. P. Good job. And since we're using our spelling pattern right now, we have a SH, an A, a P. So we need what at the end? That's right, a silent E. Shape. 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 Good job. Now I'm going to go ahead and erase, and then we're going to do this again with one more word. So the next word I want you to try to spell is the word smile. Listen to me say it slow. Smile. S-M-I-L. Smile. Go ahead and spell it now. All right, ready? What is the first letter we hear in the word smile? Mile. Great job. N-S. Let's keep listening. What it comes after the S, the S in the word smile? M. Great job. All right, we have S, we have M, I-L. What letter makes that I sound? The letter I, which means we have a long vowel in this word too. Great job. I-L. Smile. L. That's what's next. Fantastic. Since our I says its name, we know there's a silent E. Let's say it together. Smile. M-I-L. S-M-I-L-E. You guys are working so hard. I'm so proud of you. What we're going to do next is we're going to look at our book that we read on Monday and our book that we read on Tuesday and talk about those practice sheets that if you haven't done yet, that you're able to complete today or later on this week. I'm going to share my screen with you really quick and then go over those things. All right, guys. The first book we went over was Summer Fun at Duke Park. During Summer Fun at Duke Park, we saw two young ladies go to an amusement park, and they did lots of things. They went on rides. They watched their family members do other activities in the park, and then they enjoyed dinner. You're going to read the story, read it while trying to use fluency, and then complete any sheets that you did not do. The second book we looked at this week was Amazing Snakes. Amazing Snakes was a nonfiction book. We learned a lot of information from this book and saw a lot of nonfiction text features like captions and bold headings. When we read Amazing Snakes, we learned lots of facts. We learned that they were reptiles, that they don't have legs, that they have scales, shed their skin, and all different other types of things. When you read the story, keep that in mind and use those nonfiction text features to help you answer questions you might see. When we did our practice sheet for summer fun at Duke Park, you were assigned day 1 to complete or day 2 to complete. In day 1, you were to answer questions in complete sentences and then complete this graphic organizer to help you retell the story. In day 2, for summer fun at Duke Park, you were to use sound boxes to write down the sounds you hear in each of these words, complete sentences to work on your vocabulary, and then use these pictures and sequencing words to help you retell the story in order. For Amazing Snakes, you were assigned day 2 and day 3. For day 2, you were only supposed to be working on finding nonfiction text features in these 2 pages from the story. We talked about not doing this page right here. For day 3, you work on sound boxes again with some new words. You're able to answer these questions with nonfiction text features and using the text to answer questions. We said if you're using a separate piece of paper and either sheets tell you to underline evidence or draw lines to your answers, that you don't have to do that part because you're not doing it on the paper provided. So, since we talked about that, I want you to think about while you're reading 3 very important things. And these things are what makes students a fantastic and fluent reader. The first thing that's really important is accuracy, which is when you read the words that are in the story and you make sure you read those words correctly. So sometimes when we're reading, we're not paying all the way attention or we're trying to read fluently and fast and we mess up a word, and that's okay. I mess up words sometimes when I read, and I know you might mess up words when you read too. What you do when you do that is you go back and you make sure you go back and read those words correctly. We want to make sure we read each word that is written in the story. The second thing I want you to make sure you do when you work on being a fluent reader is you are reading at the right speed. We don't want to read too fast that we don't understand what we're saying, and we don't want to read too slow that we forget what happens. We want to find that middle pace and make sure that we are reading just right so we can remember, but what we're reading makes sense. All right, and the third thing I want you to make sure you do when you are reading and trying to be a fluent reader is that you are using expression. When I say expression, I want you to think about how you sound when you read, like when you read out loud. When we read with expression, we read like the characters are talking and show how they feel. In summer fun at Duke Park, the characters were really excited about all the things that they were doing at the amusement park. So when you read, sound excited. They had so much fun. And when you're reading, I want to hear that fun in your voice too. So make sure when we go back and read those stories, we are doing these 3 very important things to show that we're fluent readers. We are using accuracy. We are making sure we're using the right speed. We're not reading too fast, too slow, and that we're reading with expression, sounding like the characters. Guys, I've had so much fun with you this week working on long vowel sounds, and you're going to love our video that we have for you this week called Silent E by the Bazillions. It's such a fun video to watch, and you'll love singing along with it too. I hope you have a great rest of your week, and I can't wait to see you next time. Bye, guys.